Let me ask you a scary question. You work hard all month, get your paycheck, and then, poof, it's gone. Bills, groceries, that little online order you forgot about, eating out a few times, maybe a new gadget, and suddenly, there's nothing left. Meanwhile, some people seem to have money working for them, even while they sleep. What's their secret? Here's the truth. Building wealth isn't just about earning more money. In fact, plenty of people with six-figure salaries still live paycheck to paycheck, constantly stressed about bills. Why? Because the real difference between staying broke and building wealth comes down to habits. It's about how you spend your money, and, even more importantly, what you refuse to spend on. Rich people understand that avoiding certain expenses can be just as powerful as making more income. Learning what not to buy, what traps to avoid, and where to redirect that cash is what sets them apart financially. Today, we're breaking down 7 things rich people never waste money on, but poor people do all the time. If you want to build real wealth, you need to stop these habits, because avoiding them could be worth hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions, over your lifetime. Number 7. Fancy new cars. Let's start with the big shiny temptation, the brand new car. For many people, getting that first new car is a status symbol. The fresh leather smell, the latest tech features, the satisfaction of knowing you're the first owner. It feels amazing. But here's what most people don't realize. That new car smell comes with a massive price tag you don't see. The moment you drive that car off the lot, it loses around 10% of its value instantly. Within a year, it can lose 20 to 30%. Imagine spending $50,000 and seeing $15,000 of that value vanish just because the car is now used. Rich people avoid this trap. They often buy cars that are 2 to 3 years old, which are still in excellent condition but much cheaper because someone else has already taken the depreciation hit. Take Warren Buffett, one of the richest men alive. He drives a regular Cadillac, not some exotic sports car. He said before that he doesn't see the point of upgrading to something flashier when the car he has gets him where he needs to go. The lesson? You don't have to impress strangers on the highway. Drive something reliable, safe, and comfortable, and let your money grow instead of sitting in a rapidly depreciating metal box. Number 6. Constant upgrades. Let me ask you, how often do you upgrade your phone, laptop, or TV? For a lot of people, it's every single year. Not because the old one broke, but because a new version came out. This habit quietly drains thousands of dollars over time. Rich people think differently. They don't chase the latest and greatest unless there's a real reason. If their phone is working, they'll keep using it. If their laptop is still running smoothly, they won't replace it just because there's a shinier one in the store window. Think about it. If you're buying a $1,200 phone every single year, that's $12,000 every decade. Invested wisely, that money could grow into much more. Next time you feel tempted to upgrade, ask yourself, does this actually make my life better or help me make more money? If the answer is no, hold on to what you have. This mindset, waiting until you actually need something, is how the wealthy stay wealthy. Number 5. Lottery tickets and get-rich-quick schemes. Here's a painful truth. The lottery is basically a tax on hope. It's a system designed to keep people dreaming and spending, while making the organizers rich. The odds of winning big are astronomically low. You are literally more likely to get struck by lightning than hit the jackpot. Rich people know this, which is why you'll almost never see a millionaire standing in line at the gas station buying scratch-offs. They don't gamble with their future. They invest in it. They put their money in stocks, real estate, businesses, things that might take time but actually have a chance of building wealth. And it's not just the lottery. Get-rich-quick schemes come in many forms. Guaranteed, crypto coins, pyramid schemes, flashy online courses promising overnight success. Wealthy people know if something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. They'd rather spend years building something solid than chasing shortcuts that lead to nowhere. Number 4. Overpriced status. Symbols. This one might surprise you because yes, rich people do buy luxury goods, but they buy them differently. Poor and middle-class people often spend money they don't have to buy things that make them look rich. The latest sneakers, designer belts, flashy jewelry. They put it on credit cards, pay interest on it, and post it online to get likes. Rich people buy quality, not hype. If they spend $3,000 on a watch, it's often a timeless piece that holds or even increases in value, not just the latest trendy thing. Mark Zuckerberg wears the same simple gray t-shirt almost every day. Steve Jobs famously wore the same black turtleneck. They're not worried about proving their wealth to anyone. The lesson? Stop buying things just to impress people. When you focus on impressing yourself, buying things that truly serve you, you keep more of your money and build real financial security. Number 3. Eating out. Every day. Let's be honest. Eating out is convenient. No cooking, no dishes, and it feels like a treat. But when it becomes a habit, it silently destroys your budget. Say you spend $15 a day on takeout. That's $450 a month, or over $5,000 a year. Imagine investing that $5,000 every year for 20 years. With compound growth, that could turn into 6 figures. Many wealthy people still enjoy dining out, but they do it with purpose. For special occasions, networking opportunities, or memorable experiences. They're not buying $7 coffees every single morning just because they're too tired to make one at home. If you start cooking even half your meals at home, you'll save money, eat healthier, and be able to redirect that cash towards something that grows your wealth instead of shrinking it. Number 2. High-interest debt. This is one of the most dangerous money traps out there, and it quietly ruins more financial plans than almost anything else. High-interest debt, especially credit card debt, is like carrying a financial anchor everywhere you go. Millions of people swipe their cards for small purchases, thinking they'll pay it off later, but interest builds up faster than most realize. At 20% interest, even a modest balance can double if you only make minimum payments. Before you know it, you're stuck paying hundreds of dollars each month just to cover interest, not even touching the original debt. That's why wealthy people avoid it completely. They pay balances in full or stay far away from high-interest borrowing altogether. Let's do some quick math. If you carry a $5,000 credit card balance at 20% interest and only make minimum payments, it could take you over 20 years to pay off. And you'll spend thousands just on interest. That's money going straight to the bank instead of your future. Rich people avoid this at all costs. They either pay off their balance in full every month or don't use credit cards for things they can't afford. They might use debt strategically to buy real estate or invest in a business, but they avoid consumer debt like the plague. If you want to build wealth, your first mission should be to destroy high-interest debt. Every dollar you pay off is like getting a guaranteed return on your money. Number 1, impressing other people. Here's the ultimate one, the core of everything we've talked about. Most poor money habits come from trying to impress others. Buying a car you can't afford, upgrading gadgets just to show off, wearing designer clothes on credit. It's all about appearances. Rich people know real wealth is quiet. It's about freedom, not flexing. They're not buying things to look rich. They're buying assets that make them richer. They'd rather own shares in Apple than the newest iPhone. They'd rather spend money creating a business than pretending to have one. When you stop caring about what other people think, you take back control. That's when you can finally start building the life you want, not the life you want people to think you have. Conclusion. So there you have it. The 7 things rich people never waste money on. And here's the truth. You don't have to be a millionaire to start thinking like one. You just have to make smarter choices. Every dollar you save by avoiding these traps is a dollar that can be invested, saved, or used to create opportunities. I want to hear from you. Which of these habits are you guilty of? And which one are you ready to quit today? Let's talk about it in the comments. And if you got value from this video, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a chance to level up your money mindset. Remember, building wealth isn't about luck, it's about habits. Start changing them today, and your future self will thank you.